There are many parents now in the quarantine schooling. So you have the experience now with homeschooling, with motivating your child. What would you suggest, or how would you advise, or, like, what would you tell them to, help them out in this period?
I think that's a hard one, because when I heard about, well, all of Belgium had to homeschool all of a sudden, I was like, yeah, I got this. I'm a professional. And
we think so, no?
I thought so. But the thing is, I had so much followers like sending me messages and said, oh, how are you doing this? And how are you working at the same time? And I was like, yeah, it's no biggie. So I started posting some tips. But to be honest, it is so much different following the curriculum the teacher gives you in a position to homeschooling, because the teacher, they just give you so much work and your kids has to do these pages if they like it or not. Every day they have to finish something. Well, when your kid is being homeschooled, they don't really have this schedule. We usually work something in the mornings, but we also do it on holiday. We do it in the weekend, so it's spread out much more. Yes. And all of a sudden you had like the school pressure, but at home it was not easy, because when I first started homeschooling Aurélie, I just let her do whatever she liked. I talked to a friend before. She is very much into unschooling, and she said, yeah, the one thing that is amazing about unschooling is if you just give your kid the freedom, they will start exploring themselves. And it was this book I read. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Unschooling.
I am familiar with that, but I think it's cool to give them the freedom. But on the other side, like for instance, maths, you can they need to learn that, or grammar, they need to learn that. But you can find creative ways, not just paper and a pen.
I'm actually not doing that, the creative ways. But what I liked about the unschooling principle is they said, just let your kid loose, just give them the time to find themselves. And actually, Aurélie, I think for 5 days she just was lying on the couch and watching Netflix. And then all of a sudden she came to me and said, I'm so sick of it, I'm going to do something. So her motivation came from within her. And then, okay, she started doing things. And of course you have to bring on maths and grammar and stuff like that. But I still notice now, if her motivation is down, I just let her do whatever she likes. And well, it's very interesting. Each time again, she's like, okay, I want to learn something new. So I think just if you give your child more freedom, they don't want to lie on the couch and watch television all year long. No child wants that. So if you just give them an option, it's like, it's not that interesting anymore.
I think this is something that could have been quite challenging for many, because it's like from day 1 to day 2 you're a homeschooler and you get this pack to do.
Yes, you don't have this choice.
There is this school detox that kids have to go through.
Exactly. And it was with Aurélie, it was just a week, but the other kids, they didn't have it. I remember Thursday night we got the message. From Friday you have to pick up books, and Monday we will be homeschooling. And I was gobsmacked. And like you say, they don't have the detox moment. They don't have the chance to discover, like, doing whatever I like all day long just isn't that much fun. They didn't have it. They just had to go school, but then at home. It wasn't that easy.
Do you think then the best is for the parents in this period just to accept the detox, let the kids get bored, let them do and pick up their own motivation?
After the first week, I was getting depressed from it. I remember I was just sitting. We have like a kitchen, and behind the kitchen there is a little laundry room with a wall separated. And I remember I was sitting on the ground with my back to the wall, and I was really sobbing because we were all fighting. The oldest one was fighting because she couldn't concentrate or do anything, because the youngest one was angry and agitated. My husband had to work at home. He couldn't work because there was so much noise. I was trying to be everywhere at the same time, and I remember I was sitting there and I said, okay, this is not working for me. So I remember I texted her teacher, and I told him, I said, it is just not working like that. And then he said, okay, take a break, you have to stay sane too. I mean, her teacher is great. he's actually, I love the school she is in, and my oldest girl used to be in. It's an amazing school. So we just let it be. And the funny thing is, so I gave her the time to do the detox, and she started planting her garden, which is now growing really nice. I can see it from here, actually. So she started planting a garden. She also tried to build a shack outside, which didn't work out, but okay. And then all of a sudden, I said like, "Oh, you want to do some of the work for school?" And she was like, "Yeah, okay, it's fine." And the funny thing is, the 10 pages she had to do every day normally, she just did it in no time. Like, it was okay. She was relaxed. And it was, I think, after 10 days of quarantine, we found rhythm. And actually, she is okay with everything she had to know. She made all of the papers she had to make. So it's not too much anymore, which is very interesting. Kids don't need this much time. They just need the motivation.
I think this is somehow when you give them the freedom, you kind of find moments when they're, like you say, they find their motivation, and in these moments it's just more efficient, the learning.
Exactly. You notice the same thing?
I have also the same, when I have like moments when I say, now it would fit me, my schedule the best that you learn, this doesn't work.
It doesn't work. No, it's true.
It's the best when she, takes the books out. It's mostly, in the evenings. But it's okay. Then I do my things, and I'm just there to guide her. I don't sit down with her, and I see.
Not me either.
The motivation is just much, much better. And from the time, it's like you say, like the 10 pages that would take me so much more time.
Yes.
They just flow by. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. And that's what I like about the unschooling. They say, just leave the pressure behind. Like, a kid is made to learn. Like, they learn how to walk themselves. They learn how to talk themselves. And then all of a sudden we adults become here and say, now you have to do this, 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 this. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. And that's what I like about it. Not the complete freedom, but like slight guided freedom.
There are really good ideas in the unschooling, but I think, like you said, yes, they need, in moderation, and there still needs some kind of orientation and, mathematics. They need to learn this, or grammar or writing. They need to learn it more formally. Yes,
exactly. That's true. That's true.